Today is March 11th, 2025. My name is Bobby Goodman, and I'm here interviewing Dr. Melvin Lerman about his days at the Columbian Club. Welcome, Melvin.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Melvin, we'll just start right off. When were you a member of the Columbian Club?
I believe I joined in 1978.
1978. And what did the membership look like then? And how did one become a member? How was the joining process?
I lived next door to Howard Cohen. And Howard convinced me that I had to join. And we went out there and looked around and loved it, and we joined. It was less expensive in those days to join than it was to put a swimming pool in.
Ah. In the membership, when you joined in '78, were they people around your age, or were they older, younger? What was the?
There were a lot of people my age. There were a lot of people older. I think there were like 500 plus members when I joined.
Wow.
There were a lot of members.
And was there an application process? I know that you said you went out with Howard, but did you have to go through any type of hoops to join?
Oh yeah, I was. Excuse me. I was interviewed. I assume I did pass, or I wouldn't have gotten in. Although Howard assured me that with his influence, there wouldn't have been a problem.
And so, Melvin, what made you want to join? Was there any anti-Semitism going on that made you decide to move that in that direction?
Well, I grew up in a very small town in South Texas, and we were always wanted to be members of a larger Jewish community. And the Columbian Club certainly was a larger Jewish community. There were no other Jewish country clubs, and there were a lot of clubs in Dallas in those days that did not allow Jews to join. And we really had no desire to join a club that was not Jewish. It was not only the physical plant and the tennis and the swimming and the golf, but also getting to meet all these new Jewish people, and we just loved it.
And so, being from a small town in Texas, and I guess you said 1978, had you been in Dallas long, or were you relatively new to the Dallas area at that time?
We moved to Dallas in 1974. I finished my training in 74 and opened my office in Dallas in August of 74.
And when you joined, did you come over with a bunch of friends, or was it just you and your family that joined at that time?
It was just my family and I. Now, we lived in a cul-de-sac next door to Howard, across the street from Ronnie Steinhardt, who was also a member of the club.
So you already knew some people.
I knew them, yeah. Right. Ronnie and I were at Texas together. We were fraternity brothers. He was older.
And when you joined in '78, you said there were a lot of people your own age. Other than this kind of neighborhood group that you knew, did you know a lot of people, or did you feel like you were kind of the new guy on the block there?
Definitely the new guy
I got
on the
it.
block.
So let's talk a little bit about your relationship with the club. Just were you ever any type of leadership? I know they had a board. Did you participate in any? I don't know if they have committees. I'm not really sure.
I was on the golf committee. I was elected to the board. I think I was on the board for 2 or 3 years.
And then otherwise, you just enjoyed the facilities,
Yes.
right? So let's talk a little bit about the importance of the club to you, and then first to you, and then we'll add in your family after that. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about the club's importance to you, Melvin.
Made some great friends. It was wonderful stress release to go out there and utilize the facilities, the golf, the tennis, workout areas. Great socialization. The events they had out there were wonderful. Very, very friendly family environment. Children were at an age where they were in the summer out there every day. It was just a great experience.
And for your family, you said the kids were out there. So when you joined, what was their age? About what their age?
They were in junior high and elementary school.
Okay. I assume they made lots of friends out there as well.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
The friends that you made, being, as you said, the new guy on the block, are you still in contact with those people today? Are they still you friends with some of these people from your Columbian Club days?
I still play gin once a week with two of the guys that we started together in the late 70s. We're still playing.
Awesome.
Play golf with them. Yeah. Yes. Still,
Long-time friendships.
long-time friendships that still have.
That's awesome. Did you have any other, well, obviously we've talked about the other friends that had joined. Any other family members besides your immediate family that...
My brother joined much later, and he's the only immediate family that I have in Dallas.
I see. Did you use the club? Was it a... I know you played golf there, and you mentioned tennis and swimming. Any of the events, social events, dining?
We were always out there. Chicken night, bingo. New Year's Eve. Both of our daughters' bat mitzvah affairs were out there. We were out there all the time.
So you mentioned the dining. Tell me a little bit about the dining. What would you say?
Food was wonderful. They had the best Mexican food in the world. The lobster nights, the fried chicken was unbelievable. It was just people, all of my Gentile friends were very jealous of our food and our greens. They said we had the best greens in Dallas and certainly the best food in Dallas of any of the clubs they'd ever eaten at.
You took them out there to socialize?
All the time. Yeah. All the time.
And so, just to kind of off the cuff, I'm curious. So, what if I had to say, what was your top 2 favorite items on the menu? What would you say?
Fried chicken and enchiladas.
There you go. So we talked about the activities that you participated. Golf. How often do you think you were out there in a week?
Probably 3 or 4 times.
Wow. It was a social happening.
It was a social happening.
Tell me a little bit about maybe a couple of your favorite memories of the club, just being out there, friendships, whatever you did. Share with us some of your memories.
Goodness, there were so many of them. Winning tournaments. Richard Skybell and I were doubles partners. I think we won the Budner Cup 3 years in a row or something. They still tease me about Richard having to line my putts up because I could not do that myself. I see Arnold Levy every once in a while, who now plays at a different golf club, and every time he sees me, he says, "Line me up, Richard."
That's awesome.
Poker nights, gin nights. We had a poker club at the club. First Wednesday investment club that was started. There must have been 30 of us in it.
In a poker club?
Well, it was supposedly an investment club. We would meet out there, we would eat, there would be an investment report, and then play cards. The only thing we did in our investment club that would have benefited anyone is if they had done the opposite of everything that we did.
That's awesome. So, why do you think, in your opinion, why do you think the Columbian Club closed?
I think the lack of anti-Semitism in Dallas was the biggest factor, plus the location. As more young people moved to Dallas, Dallas went farther north, and the Columbian Club was not exactly in an ideal location. And all these new clubs that opened were open to Jews, so much closer to where they lived. And we had no new members. We just, as the older members retired or left us, there was no one to replace them. And they tried everything. They tried to open it up to non-Jews. They tried to make it a golf club only. Nothing worked.
So do you think, in today's environment, do you think a Columbian Club could survive?
It could probably survive in a more ideal location.
So location, location, location.
I understand, I don't know whether this is true or not, but before they moved out to Carrollton, they could have had the property where old EDS was. That's what I was told. And I think had they gone there, they may have survived.
Very interesting.
I don't know whether that's true or not, but that was what I was told.
Have you heard about the new Columbian Club?
I have heard about it, I haven't been there.
Yeah. I understand they have quite a bit of memorabilia from the club.
Yes, and supposedly some of the old, the menu items are there on the menu.
That's what I heard. Parmesan bagels, maybe.
Yes, yes.
The club was known for its food, right?
Absolutely.
Melvin, is there anything that I haven't asked that you'd like to share about the Columbian Club in your days?
It's hard to explain to someone who is from a big city, who is used to having a large Jewish community, what it's like coming from a small town into that environment. It was just such a pleasure. A feeling of belonging. It was just, we were very lucky to have that experience.
And this may be one and the same to you, but when someone mentions the Columbian Club to you, what's the first thought that comes to your mind?
Nostalgia, sadness. I can't tell you how many people that I know that went out and joined other clubs thinking it would be better have told me they didn't realize how good they had it at the Columbian Club.
Very good. Thank you, Melvin, for sharing your memories about the Columbian Club.